Hi, everyone. Diana Rankin here on our Friday afternoon, where one of your questions is answered by my spirit guide, Phillip. And this happens to be St. Patrick's Day as well. So, for all of you who are Irish, happy St. Patrick's Day. And for all of you who are Irish for the day, happy St. Patrick's Day to all. Okay, we have a really interesting question today, but I want to first of all say Sheila says, hello, Diana, Piper, and Lily and Philip. Hope you are doing well. We actually are. Thank you. What an interesting topic we have today. I am all ears and glued to the screen. Well, good. We're glad to have you, Sheila. And our friend from down under, Anagla World, says, hi, Diana and Philip. Diana, have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. You too. We have not too much planned, but hopefully we're going to try to get some outside work done. And yes, Piper is with me. She's hiding over there in the corner. She does that sometimes because it's closer to the outside, and I think she just gets warm in her bed in the great room. She's got this big, beautiful bed that was sent with her when she came to live with me, and she likes to sit on the rug over by the window a lot. So I think it's just about being cooler. But I'm sure you'll see her before we're finished here. Anyway, I want to thank you all. You guys keep me doing this really because it is easier for me to stand in front of a group of a few hundred or a few thousand or 15 than it is to just look at myself talking in a camera here. So, Pet Warren's channel says, hello, Diana from New Zealand. PETA, sorry. PETA Warren's channel. Hello, PETA or PETA? I think PETA, but I'm not sure. Forgive me if I'm wrong about how to say your name. So happy to see you from New Zealand. I bet it's a lot warmer there than it is here in Ohio. We're having a cold, windy winter day here in March. So you guys are PETA. Okay, thank you. I appreciate knowing that. PETA. That when you spell it out like that, that helps me know. So I appreciate that. Thank you. And I think I'm seeing the ocean behind you. I love the ocean. It's beautiful. I said when I moved from California to Ohio, which was actually moving back home, I grew up here. But I said what was interesting for me is I moved from the ocean because I had my own sailboat, Diana, too, that I sailed on the ocean. And I said when I moved to Ohio, I had to give up the ocean for a mud puddle or two. It's not quite that bad. I really gave up the ocean for some lakes, beautiful lakes. Ohio is actually a very beautiful state, and a lot of parks and some national parks and state parks, etc. So welcome. So glad to see all of you. All right, let's get going here. This is our question, and thank you for the person who sent the question in. Peta says, me too, I love the beach. My closest beach is half an hour away. Hello, Judith, welcome. She says, hi, Diana and Philip. Peta, when I lived in California, I lived like real close to the ocean. I could walk to it, and so I do miss that. And half hour away, not too bad. That's pretty good right now. The closest ocean to me is probably, I don't know, 10, 11, 12 hours. So that's driving. And actually, any more flying, it would probably take that long. So here we go, everyone. So glad you all could join us. And I love hearing where you're from. Judith, I know, is from the Florida area. And so that it's always fun to see the international as well, or people from elsewhere in the country here where I live. Okay, here we go. Question. You and Philip have spoken about soul families. I'm given to understand that different species of animals have their own realms in spirit world. Can you speak about the relationship and interactions between soul families and the various animal realms? Well, here we go. And just want to stop for a minute and say Lexi Luna says, hi, Diana and Philip. Happy Fabulous Friday. Yes, it is a happy Friday, isn't it? Fridays are always nice. Okay, here we go. Philip says, let us begin by stating all species have their own realms in spirit world. That said, let us continue. Just as in earth life, animals and humans interact, they do so as well in spirit world. However, the interaction is different. In spirit world, the language is not oral, but an energy transference. In human terms, let's say it's thought to thought. In human form, you understand what your dog, and we're going to use, Philip uses dog as an example, maybe because of Piper, um, or maybe because that's the most, dogs and cats are the most common pets. I don't know. But he's using dog as an example here. In human form, you understand what your dog is saying to you when you look at one another or they display different behaviors. Sometimes you must work with yourself and the dog to figure out what is being said. In spirit world, the communication is instant and pure. Boy, that is so true. When Piper and I are communicating, I don't always understand what she's saying. And she's a pretty good communicator. Lily and I have been together 23, 4 years, and she was not a kitten when I rescued her. So she's up there. So we've had a lot of years together. Lily is my Siamese cat, and we've had a lot of years together to understand each other's communication, and we still don't always understand each other. So I think dog is probably the easiest one to communicate with. That may be why Philip chose dog, so we would understand it. Here we go on. Using dog as an example, they gather together with other dogs of their soul family of dogs in the dog realm. This realm was created eons ago when dogs were needed to go into Earth's energy. Within the realm are different soul families. This has less to do with the breed of dog, although that is a factor, than the soul path of the dog. Excuse me. This is the same as human soul families. You unite with energy of like values. So a dog, for example, may be of a soul family of animals who went from being wild pack hunters to learn how to be protectors and domesticated. As in human realms, animals usually stay with their own soul families, but there are certainly exceptions. A dog or human may evolve beyond their soul family and need to be with a more advanced family. Animals often leave their realm in spirit world to interact with humans for a variety of reasons. Humans may also travel to animal realms. More about that later. First, let us give you a few of the many reasons animals would interact with humans in spirit world. You will find this is not so different from animal and human interactions on Earth. Makes sense, doesn't it? We didn't recognize that, or at least I didn't, but it makes sense. Philip is this marvelous teacher, not just a spirit guide, but he's a terrific teacher. And I feel so blessed to be able to work with him. And there's more coming, but I want to say often people who work with me end up working with Philip. So if you feel drawn to Philip, please communicate with him because he's a tough taskmaster, but he's a terrific teacher. Okay, here we go. Animals beloved by humans will meet their humans when they pass into spirit world. Often it is the greatest joy for a human to be greeted by a beloved dog or cat or other loved one of the animal kingdom. Well, now you're hearing a bit of Philip coming through. Sorry. I hope you can still understand what I'm saying. And maybe because it's Irish Day, I don't know. And Philip, my first recognition or understanding of the two of us working together was during Celtic times, and he was my teacher, a Druid teacher. And anyway, we go on here. The animal helps the human make the transition and will stay with the human as long as needed. When animals make their transitions, they are always greeted by loving spirits, some human, some other species. The animal may then move into their soul family, or they may stay to play with humans and other species, some of their species, some of other species. This depends on the animal's own evolution. For example, if they believe they are a dog only and not a spirit of energy expressing as a dog, then they may choose to be in a doggy play area that is watched over by a human or two. Animal realms have multiple soul families, each expressing at their own level. When a human travels to an animal world, it is usually for one of two reasons. One reason is to look for or visit an animal they knew and loved in Earth. This may or may not be what you call a pet. The other reason is because the human wants to learn how to express as that species. Many even choose to experience a life as that species. The reasons for this are varied, but it is better to understand the species. Animals may also do the same, leave their species to travel a life as a human to better understand humans. In the beginning and in the end, all is energy. The expression of energy varies depending on the vibration of the energies brought together. The energy may express as a dog, a cat, a horse, a bird, a fish, or whatever. The expression of the energy depends on that which the energy cells wish to experience. Like attracts like, so energy of dog comes together to become the energy cells of dog. Energy cells of humans are formed the same way. We say like attracts like. Angry people come together as do loving people. Take this a step deeper and you will understand of what we speak. So what Philip is saying in that last paragraph there is saying like attracts like. And if we really understand that and we take that thought deeper, we will understand everything he just told us about the animal realm and human realm and how we interact in spirit world. Phew. All right. Lexi Luna says, Peta says, it is Saturday here. Yes, that's right. You're on Saturday. We're still on Friday. You're also much warmer. Lexi Luna says, that's very interesting. Is that why it seems like sometimes pets choose their humans? I do believe that's why. Pets choose humans. Absolutely. I've always felt that. I've always felt the animals that I've rescued or the animals that have come to me, even as a girl, they chose me. And so I had a responsibility to really take care of them, but also they chose me to help me. And if you're on Facebook and we're friends, you've probably been reading Piper's stories. And so you get an idea of how she chose me and why. And I think these stories are the reason, in part. And if you are on Facebook and we're not friends, please friend me and let me know we're friends here. Juliet, hello, welcome. She says, fascinating answer to my question. Yes, this was Juliet's question. And she says, thank you for asking it. And thank you to Philip for his teaching. You're welcome. Thank you, Juliet. Juliet actually has a couple of books out, and one book is about the horse realm. And you can, Juliet, tell us how can we just go to Amazon and put your name in, or is it under Juliet Tanner? Tell us how to get your book, Juliet. And it's on Amazon, that I know, but it's about the horse realm, and it's fascinating. Peta Warren's channel, I often dream about animals and feel sometimes I have a connection to them. With your name, Peta, yes, you do. You absolutely do. Just let it develop and ask for it. And I always say you want to have whoever your protector is, whether it is an animal or it is a spirit guide, or we all have multiple protectors around us, whether it's an angel, however you see your protector. And all you have to do is say, only love may come to me. If you only say that, you will be protected and letting these animals starting to communicate with them and develop as an animal communicator. Keep going, girl. Lexi Luna says, I will find you on Facebook. Good, good. If you go by another name, just be sure that you tell me who you are, because I get a lot of friend requests and I don't accept them all. You can understand that. So you can go back. You can also go to my blog, which is on my website, and just type in Piper, and many of her different stories will come up. So you can go read them on my blog as well. Wendy, hello, welcome. She says, thanks, Diane and Philip. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And I loved your Irish story. The Irish story is on my website under the blog, but it's also something I put out on Facebook recently. I don't put all the blogs out on Facebook, and it is something if you have my newsletter, which is free, I will put links to Piper's stories and blogs on the newsletter as well. Thank you. It is a story of peace. It is a story of my ancestors, and it is a story that's a little too long to tell here, but thank you. The blog website is just my name, dianarankin.com, and just go and click on blog, read Piper's stories, read my stories, read the Irish story, and thank you all. I love every one of you, and I am so grateful that you come every Friday when you can. And I love your comments when we're live. I love your comments below. And thank you for the thumbs up. That keeps me encouraged. That's why I keep doing this. Many people's wisdom is out in a book form, not at this time. Piper's stories are going to be in a book form probably before Philip's wisdom, but we'll see. Anyway, my friends, happy St. Patrick's Day here in the US, and happy day after St. Patrick's Day in New Zealand and down under. I can see your beautiful dog in the background. Yes, she is back there sleeping now, and she is absolutely gorgeous. So Piper has her own stories, and I thank you for loving them and loving us. Thank you for the love that you send to us. Thank you for the love you receive that we send out to you. Blessings, my friend. See you soon.